Today we're going to be talking about the change of schedule for Sandwich High School and STEM Academy for the 2019-2020 school year. For the last 20 years, Sandwich has operated under a block schedule at the high school level where 4 blocks would run a day, a classic 4x4 schedule. Students would take 4 classes in the fall and 4 classes in the spring. The STEM Academy over the last 5 years has had 4 different schedules, leading towards inconsistency as far as schedule is concerned, trying to find the right one that fits our students' needs in the 7th and 8th grade. So for the next school year, we have developed a schedule that is consistent for grades 7 through 12. It moves away from the block system to 51-minute classes, but these classes run every day with a drop period all year. So instead of a 4x4 schedule where students would take 4 in the fall and 4 in the spring, students will take 7 courses and they will run year-round in the core areas. So any core class, meaning major courses, English, math, science, and social studies, will run for the entire year. In the new schedule, any of the core classes, English, math, science, or social studies, would run year-round. Because it's a 7-drop-1 schedule, students, 1 period would drop a day. So every 7 days, one of those courses would drop out, just for that 1 day, and then would pick up the next 7 days during the cycle. The elective courses would continue to be half-year. So elective courses, which you can check the program of studies each time you select a course, but the elective courses in the computer sciences, arts, physical education, and health areas would, in some of the core areas, so for instance, if you take a science course in one of the core subjects, there's also science courses that are elective courses. So they could run half-year or be over at the 90-day mark during a 180-day school year. They would end at that point, and another course would be picked up after that in the schedule that you would make at the beginning of the year, or actually the year before, as the schedule process goes. Each day, we would have a flex block, which we would call nighttime. It's a 28-minute block that occurs right before the lunch block. They would sign up at the beginning of the week for the rest of the week. So on Monday, or the first day of the week, if we had Monday off as a holiday, the first day of every week, students would go to advisory. During advisory, students would schedule themselves for the rest of the week in a variety of courses, any courses that are on their current schedule. For that block of time, that 28 minutes after C block or third period, they would go to see that teacher for 28 minutes for enrichment activities. It could be extra help. It could be an extension of a lab class that they are in. It could be attending the gym, the pool area, possibly some areas such as the cafeteria or the library, or just visiting a teacher for extra help during that time. But they would be scheduled during that period. Advisory would happen on Monday for that 28-minute period, so students could schedule their weeks. Students who are absent will be scheduled by their teachers, their advisory teachers, during that time period. Throughout the rest of the week, when advisory or nighttime comes up, students will report to that teacher that they have signed up for. Nighttime offers the ability to have that extra time during the day to keep up with the rigors of their academic schedule. With the new schedule, the schedule rotates daily with 1 period dropping out. So every day, you'll have a different course that runs at the beginning and a different course that runs at the end, which benefits students that may have a course that runs at the end of the day every day currently. They will have that course at different times throughout the rotation. You'll have it first period, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth throughout the week, which is a benefit for students and teachers alike. There is no more advisory at the beginning of the day as you come into school. You will report to your first clear period class as you come into the building. The periods run on numbers, the days runs on numbers, and the blocks are still lettered. So A block always occurs from 7:30 to 8:21, B block 8:24 to 9:15, C block 9:18 to 10:09, with nighttime occurring every day at the same time, 10:12 to 10:40. D block runs 10:43 to 12:12, that's also our lunch block. E block runs 12:15 to 1:06, and F block at the end of the day is 1:09 to 2 o'clock. However, throughout all those blocks, different periods rotate through. We start the week with day 7 and go descending. So day 7, day 6, day 5, day 4, day 3, day 2, and day 1. And the periods rotate within those days. On day 7, periods are 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you've noticed, no period 6 runs on day 7. Period 6 will start on day 6, first period of the day. So on day 6, the periods rotate as follows: 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. Each time we descend, the number of the day corresponds with the first block of the day. So on day 7, it's period 7. On day 6, it's period 6. On day 5, it's 5, and so forth. 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other periods rotate through the block on a traditional rotation. So whatever day it is, the previous days, or the next day's class, in the case of day 7 and day 6, does not run. On day 5, it goes 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, meaning period 4 wouldn't run. On day 4, period 5 wouldn't run, and so forth. So you can see how the rotation works, where one block will drop, and then over a course of a 7-day cycle, you will miss one period during that time frame of the corresponding class. The lunch waves are 20 minutes each, first, second, third, and fourth, which would be the similar setup to what we have now. However, lunch is a little longer, so lunch will be a little shorter in the new schedule. But lunch will always occur during D block, but as you notice on the grid, D block, each period runs through during D block. So no longer is D block, as we call it now, locked, meaning that every person or every student is, especially in the STEM Academy, in an elective during D block. That will not happen anymore during the rotation. So it's able to free up facilities, usage force, and shared space, which we currently have. If you notice during D block on the grid, on day 7, it's period 3 goes to lunch. On day 6, it's period 2. On day 5, it is period 1. On day 4, it's period 7. And then 6, 5, and 4. So every period in the rotation runs through the lunch block, which is also an extended block in and of itself to make sure everybody has the same amount of time for lunch. The schedule this isn't a schedule that we created here in Sandwich. Obviously, we had a team of teachers that went out and did a lot of research over the last 2 years to find the schedule that best fits our school's needs. These schedules are utilized at other schools, not only on Cape Cod, but also across southeastern Massachusetts, where we did our travels and talked to peers and other administrators and other schools to see how it best fit, to see how it worked for them and how it will best fit for us. So over the course of that study and that research, I continue to work with the staff to make sure that we have a great schedule to offer not only academic rigor. I think it's important for our students to take courses in the core areas as much as possible consistently over the course of the year to lead to the greatest success for them, but also add a robust elective program and offer many choices for our students in different elective areas, in computer sciences, in the arts, in physical education and health, and media. There's so much to offer here that I believe that in the older schedule, students that had to choose a path that eliminated other paths for them to take. And I think in this new schedule, they'll be able to get a taste of everything. If they plan it out with their counselor and their parents and take a look at things, they'll be able to either choose a direct path over time or take advantage of everything that Sandwich has to offer in its course of studies.